45 in the song is a gun, but it's not. You see, the 45 in the song is a metaphor for the world. When I was 15 years old, I had a very dear friend of mine. He's still my friend to this day. And he had a family member, a cousin, who we all knew, we all loved. And this young man could take any negative situation because he had a very comedic sense about him. He had a great sense of humor. So he could take a negative situation and walk into it, and you would forget why you were mad because you were laughing too hard. The only problem was he had an extremely low self-esteem. And he didn't really understand why anyone bothered caring about him. This is all true, by the way. And one day, on Christmas Day actually, my friend went over to his cousin's house. They only lived two houses apart. And the family was having like a huge dinner, and they couldn't find him. So my boy went over to his cousin's house, and he was normally in the living room playing video games or watching TV or just hanging out, but he wasn't today. He was actually in his room. So my friend goes to his room, goes to open up the door, but the door's locked. So he's like, "Yo, hey, it's time to go. Everyone's waiting on you." And there was silence. So he yelled again. He's like, "Hey, come on. It's time to go." And then there was silence. And then a voice from the other side of the door. And he said, "I can't do it. I don't have it in me. I don't want to continue being here." And before my friend could say anything, bang! And then time stood still. And a few more minutes went by. And then, all of a sudden, there was a rustling and a shift change from the other side of the door. And you could hear that things that had been stacked up and put into place were being taken down. And furniture that was in the wrong place was being raked across a hardwood floor. And then all of a sudden the doorknob started to twitch. And my friend, who at this point has fallen to the ground, he stood up and the door opened. And there he was. And he looked at his friend and he said, "I couldn't even do this. I couldn't even finish this. Help me understand what I am supposed to do and why on earth do I feel the way that I do, because I am completely lost and I have no direction and I don't know where to turn." So my friend took both of his hands and he placed them on his cousin's hands and he pulled him in close. And he looked at him in the eyes and he said, "You have not even begun to scratch the surface of how important your life means not only to our family and our friends and to this world that is waiting on you and all of the gifts that you have to give it." And then he said something that I will never ever forget. He looked him in the eyes and he said, "The will to live will always outweigh the ability to die." And just so you know, if you want to know where this young man is today, he has an absolutely beautiful family, he is beyond successful, and he survived, and he's happy. This song is called 45. Send away for priceless gift. What One night sorrow, one night on best, send away for a perfect world. One night simply so absurd, 'cause in these times of doing what you're told, keep these feelings, no one knows. Whatever happened to the young man's heart, when it's swallowed by pain as he slowly fell apart. And I'm staring down the barrel of a 45, swimming through the ashes of another life. No real reasons to accept the way things have changed, staring down the barrel of a 45. Send a message to the unborn child to keep your eyes open for a while. 'Cause in a box high up on the shelf, left for you and no one else, there's a piece of a puzzle known as life. It's wrapped in guilt, it's sealed up tight. Whatever happened to the young man's heart? Well, it's swallowed by pain as he slowly fell apart. And I'm staring down the barrel of a 45, swimming through the ashes of another life. No real reason to accept the way things have changed, staring down the barrel of 45. 'Cause everyone's pointing their fingers, yeah, they're always condemning me, but there ain't nobody that knows what I believe. What I believe. And I'm staring down the barrel of a 45, swimming through the ashes, another life that no real reason except the way things have changed. Oh, they changed. And now I'm staring down the barrel of a 45, and now I'm swimming through the ashes of another life. 'Cause there's no real reason to accept the way things have changed, staring down a 45. Cause I'm staring down a 45. Cause I'm staring